Now, the next step is to create the sales page / checkout page. You can basically add your notes on screen while you're filming. This is what I have in my bag, literally just a lip gloss. In today's video, I'm gonna document the entire process of me turning one of my Notion templates into something that people can buy and download, AKA creating a digital product. I'm gonna show you the process of how I'm setting up the sales page, the checkout page, the course portal, film the tutorials, the email marketing, setting up the Zapiers, and everything in between. The backstory of this is a few videos ago, I shared my action-based scorecard that I created on Notion. I had no intention of selling it, but since then I have been bombarded with comments and DMs, people literally asking me when I'm gonna sell it. And so I figured that documenting my process, I get to have a YouTube video that I can upload, and I also get to finally do the thing that I've been putting off. And so if you want to do this together and see my process, then keep on watching. Look at this cat. Must be nice. Must be nice. So we have switched over to my favorite vlogging camera. The link is in the description box below. Let me just set you all down and show you what we are working with. So this is the Notion template in question. It is my 12-week year tracker, AKA action-based scorecard that I created after reading the book, The 12-Week Year. It basically argues that the only way for you to hit your goals is to execute. Let's say that you are someone that wants to gain an extra 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Rather than creating scorecards like this, which is what I used to do, where you're tracking how many views you're getting every single week, how many subscribers you're getting every single week, you have to realize that you have no control over those metrics. Whereas if you switch to a more action-based scorecard where you are tracking how many videos you're uploading or how many videos you're scripting, you are gonna have a lot more control over the outcome. Once I've identified these needle-moving actions that are gonna be crucial for me hitting this goal, I put it into Notion. Every single week, I'm checking off whether or not I did that goal. The book argues that you need to be hitting at least 80% of your weekly actions consistently. And if you are week after week not hitting that 80% threshold that you need to have a self-awareness moment where you gotta ask yourself, am I biting off more than I can chew? Because if you aren't consistently hitting 80% of your actions, then you need to change the way that you're working, or you need to be more realistic on the goal that you have. Now, the first step that I need to do is I need to make sure it's template friendly so other people can copy it, duplicate it, and put it into their own board. A lot of times the things that I create on my Notion is on my personal Notion. So I actually have a whole hub of things that I've created to help myself as a solopreneur. And so what you're gonna do is I'm gonna click on these 3 buttons and then hit on duplicate. Now, once it's duplicated, what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to move it into a private page. This ensures that my template is completely separate from my personal stuff. Now, I already did this process a few weeks ago, so rather than clicking on the one that we just duplicated, I'm gonna just go ahead and go to the one that I already made. Now, obviously, I changed the name of it. I changed a few things about it because I wanted to remove a lot of my personal stuff. Anyways, once you've created the duplicate copy of your template, the next thing that you want to do is you want to hit this share button, and then you want to hit publish and publish to the web. Now, this is a link that you are then going to be able to share with your customers or whoever is going to download your template. It basically allows people to make a copy of your template for their own use. So that URL we are going to hang on to until we create our checkout pages. But for now, the next step of this process is I'm going to have to film some video tutorials to teach the customer how to use the Notion template. And the reason why this is important is because if you do not create any instructional content for your customer, you are going to get either a lot of refund requests because the person doesn't know how to use it, or you're gonna get a lot of emails flooding your inbox of people asking you a bunch of questions because they're lost, they're stuck, they don't know how it works. Now, before I film any type of tutorial, what I typically do is I pull up a Google Doc or a notepad and I ask myself, what specific videos do I need to make? And I usually can answer this question if I ask myself, what questions is the customer going to have? And I've already identified 3 types of videos that I need to film. The first one is a basic walkthrough of how the template works. The second type of video I have to film is how to make customizations to the template, because obviously someone's gonna want to change the goals, they're gonna wanna change the pictures, they're gonna wanna change maybe the order of this or how it works. And then lastly, I'm gonna film a tutorial on how to change the aesthetics. So for example, with this template, it's very much my vibe with clouds, with this girl on a cloud, but that might not be my customer's vibe. So in that video, I'm gonna teach them how to make those aesthetic changes, how to change the colors so that they can make it cute for them. Now, to save me even more time with filming and ensure that I'm hitting all of the crucial points, I'm gonna spend some time to flesh this out even further and add more bullet points underneath each video of very specific things I know I need to cover in my tutorial. So let's do that together. All right, so I am done my bullet point outline. It looks something like this. It's just more fleshed out, a little bit more specific so that I'm very clear on what I'm filming. Now, the next step is to actually film these tutorials. And the app that I like using for this is Loom because it's so easy. There's also a free version. I'm on the business plan, but specifically I like using the Loom desktop app. When I'm on desktop and I open up Loom through clicking this button, you click these 3 dots right here and hit settings. You actually have way more options. And so the video quality that I can film in is 4K. This is really helpful if you're uploading to YouTube or you care about quality of video. And most importantly, you can also highlight the mouse clicks. So I have that toggled on. And basically what that means is wherever I click on the screen, it's going to show a yellow dot. And having that little yellow dot show up when you're clicking is so helpful, especially when you're filming tutorials where you are going to be moving the mouse around, clicking everywhere, which I have a feeling I'll be doing, especially since it's a Notion tutorial. And if you are remotely curious on my tech setup, you should definitely check out my equipment video. I'll link it in the description box below. I talk about this setup right here. I'm basically using a mirrorless camera as my webcam, so I get this like really crisp quality. And this is my main YouTube camera I'm also using to film this video, on top of using this DJI Osmo, which is the main camera you're mostly seeing for this video, because this is my favorite vlogging camera. So make sure you check out my equipment video for all of the deets. Yo, my dudes, I just made a crazy revelation. There is a function called speaker notes that I just realized existed. You can basically add your notes on screen while you're filming, and it's not going to be captured in the video. Oh my God, I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna put my bullet points there, and hopefully it'll make me film a lot faster, and then that way we can get off work sooner. Welcome to the 12-week year tracker, also known as the action-based scorecard. All right, so I'm interrupting this filming session because I actually just realized that I already filmed this tutorial so many times on YouTube, and it's already 4 p.m. and I'm like stuttering, like my mind's not really in it. I'm really struggling with this. And so I'm just going to cut a part of my YouTube video that I already filmed and got professionally edited, and then upload that into the portal and upload that into the sales page instead, because it's going to be a lot more efficient. And then that way I can film the tutorials that I actually haven't filmed yet, so that I can save myself more time. Done is better than perfect, and I think I let my perfectionism get in the way this time around, but not today. All right, so in this video, I'm gonna show you how to customize the template. All right, so I finally finished filming the video. It is almost 5 p.m. It is 4:51 p.m. to be exact. I am so glad that I ditched the perfectionism mindset and I just ditched filming the first video, because that would have taken up so much of my time. But anyways, let me show you what I'm doing now. So now we're gonna move on to editing the actual tutorial. So the full tutorial is 12 minutes, but a lot of that is me fucking up. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to edit over on Loom and then edit the video by transcript. So with editing by transcript, what you can do is you can highlight the parts that you don't want and then hit the backspace, and it's going to automatically delete that from the video. But anyways, let's do this damn thing before the workday ends, and hopefully we can at least get one of these videos edited. That took way longer than expected. It's 5:16 right now, and I trimmed the video down to 4 minutes. That's how much unnecessary jabbering and talking I was doing in the video. All right, so it is now 5:22 p.m. Normally I would keep going, but I actually have an event that I'm going to tonight with Leon. Our tax accountant is hosting a seminar. He's gonna talk about the different strategies that he recommends. But anyways, look at my pets. So that's Jamba. He's just chilling on the couch right here. This is Jocko, which you've seen in my previous videos. He's my newest cat. He's still a baby. This is Nugget. Juicy, hi. That's Juicy. But anyways, the reason why I'm doing a cat tour is because if you haven't noticed already, this is more of like a work with me type of vlog. But tomorrow I'm gonna bring you on to the rest of the work that we have left to do. And so today we managed to film the videos, we managed to set up the template, but tomorrow is a very admin heavy day. So what's left to do is I have to set up the course portal. I have to design the sales page and the checkout page. I have to set up my email marketing to make sure that when a customer pays for the product, I also collect their emails to add them to my mailing list. And then I also have to set up some Zapier stuff. But yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a really admin heavy day. But yeah, let me go upstairs and get ready for this event now. Here's Jelly. Wow, very rare for a YouTube video where I'm able to feature Jelly. She's usually hiding, but that's Jelly right here. This is my most favorite part of my house. It's like this gallery wall. So that's Jamba and Juicy. That's Juicy when she was a baby. There's Nugget. This gallery wall was made when I had 3 pets. Now I have 5 and I haven't updated it with Juicy and Jocko yet. All right, so we are now in my room. I have to get ready and usually I would film this, but if I film this and get ready, I'm gonna be late. And so I'm just gonna focus on getting ready off camera and I will see you in a bit. I really have no idea if there's a dress code, but this is the fit. And obviously I'm not wearing these shoes. All right, welcome back. We are now in the car on our way to the event/seminar. Leon, say hi. Hello. Also, you know that trend where girls show that they have nothing in their bag? This is what I have in my bag. Literally just a lip gloss.
Why do you bring your bag out if there's nothing in it?
For fashion. So we're gonna get some food beforehand and I also need a coffee to wake up because usually on a filming day I'm exhausted and I'm feeling pretty exhausted right now. So we're gonna go order some food and some drinks. Then could I also get a brown sugar oat shaken espresso, venti size? All right, thank you so much. Some quick noms. It is 6:32 p.m. The event starts at 7. I accidentally ordered a venti. I don't know why I did that. I don't think we're gonna sleep tonight. All right, we're headed to the event. Oh.
Going down.
Huh?
Do you like networking?
I love networking. It's in my blood.
We do not like networking. We picked our own table and we're gonna stay
I
here.
hate networking.
Maybe you should be vlogging me, not the other way around. So this is the rooftop. I'm pretty sure that guy right there is my bookkeeper, drinking the champ.
I feel like a poser with my champagne.
Oh yeah.
I don't even drink this shit.
All right, so I'm not sure if I'm allowed to vlog the actual seminar. If I'm not allowed to, here's the vibes. All right, guys, it is now around like 10:30 p.m. The seminar went really well. Obviously, I didn't think I was allowed to vlog the whole presentation, but hopefully you guys got a little bit of a glimpse of what I was up to today after work. What I'm doing right now is I'm winding down. I'm currently reading The Fourth Wing. It's a book about dragons and it's so good. And I'm also listening to the dramatized audiobook version. So the difference between a regular audiobook and a dramatized audiobook is there's a different voice for every single character. There's music, sound effects. It's basically like a movie playing in your head while you're reading. I am literally obsessed with it because it's such an immersive experience. It keeps me reading for hours. Now I'm not doom scrolling, I'm not on TikTok as much, so highly recommend. But anyways, we have a huge day ahead of us tomorrow, a big admin day to get the Notion stuff finished and finalized. And so I will see you tomorrow for day 2. All right, good morning, friends. It's day 2, and we are gonna finish what we started. It's 10:49 a.m. I feel fucking hungover because I stayed up late reading my damn book. If you have ever read The Fourth Wing book, oh my God, it's so addicting. And now my eyes are like burning. On the list today, we are gonna set up the course portal. We are going to set up the checkout page and the sales page. We are going to finish the email marketing stuff, and then we'll be good to go. So let me take you through my process. I'll bring you into my share screen and you can see what I'm working on. All right, so let me put you on to what I use to host my courses and how I sell my digital products through a checkout page. I use Thrivecart. Now, to give you an idea of what Thrivecart does, this is an example of a sales page / checkout page that I have. You see right now it's the sales page, boom, 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 and then bam, at the bottom, it's a checkout page. So it's all in one place for the customer. This is also where I host my digital products now. So for example, if you click on my old retired program, the Bossgram Academy, all of the stuff is right here hosted in Thrivecart. Now, I used to use Kajabi. I was paying $200 a month just to have people have access to my paid products. But when I burned down my business and I retired the product, it just didn't financially make sense for me to still be paying $200 a month, which is why I switched to something like Thrivecart, where I paid a one-time fee of $500. And then I was able to access Thrivecart for life. So now I don't pay a monthly fee to host my customers, to make sure my customers have lifetime access, to sell my products. And so if you want the link to this special offer, I'll put it in my description box below. But once you become a customer of Thrivecart, you can then upgrade to Learn Plus. And that's where you'll get the ability to also host your courses. So this is the back end of Thrivecart. As you can see, with Thrivecart alone, I've done about $7 million. I've also done a lot of refunds, almost $1 million worth of refunds. A big majority of this was actually during the time where I decided to shut down my business, shut down my mastermind, refund all my clients for my mastermind. And so we had a huge refund spike here. But just so you guys can see, you get a lot of stats when you use Thrivecart. Now, anyways, let's talk about the course portal. So we are going to click this Learn button. And as you can see, my old retired program, the Bossgram Academy, is on here. I've got my older mini templates that I've done. And so what we're going to do is we're going to click on Create Course, and I'm going to link it to my project called Notion Templates. And then I'm going to choose a course layout. So I'm just going to do the sidebar one and then hit Create Course. Now from here, you can add the image for your course. So now I've got the image for that. And then I'm going to now click Create Module. I'm just going to name the module Access the Template here. So it's super clear to the customer. I'm only going to have one lesson. And it's going to be similar to how I set this one up. It's one lesson, and then I just put all the videos in one place so that my customer doesn't have to click around. If you're doing a full-blown program where there's multiple modules, multiple lessons, like how I had for my older program, the Bossgram Academy, then that would be different. But since this is a one-shot deal template, I'm just going to keep it really simple. So the first lesson is going to be, and then I'm going to create the lesson. Then I'm going to click Edit. And now you can basically customize the entire portal to what you want. So watch me update this together. And then I'm going to drag the video element here, increase the video size. Now, like I mentioned, I had already made a video walking through extensively what the action-based scorecard is all about. And so I'm gonna click on the area where I start explaining the scorecard. And then I'm gonna hit share and then click on embed. And I want it to start at a certain time, so 2:46. Because this is the exact spot where I start talking and explaining what the tracker does. And then I'm going to copy this. And then here I'm going to click back on the video and paste the embed code and then hit done. Now, technically, once the person clicks on it, it's going to automatically skip right to the part where I explained the tracker. And just in case it doesn't do that, I'm going to make sure it's clear in the copy down here. So, and then I'm going to increase the font size, and then boom, that's the first video. Then I'm going to now add a button, make a copy of the tracker here. And then the URL that I'm gonna put in this button is going to be that link that we got from Notion yesterday. So if I go to Notion, there's gonna be a link that shows up here. I've blurred it for the purpose of this video because obviously this is a paid product. I'm going to copy it and then I'm going to paste it in my button. So now when someone clicks on it, they're gonna have access to the template. Now, similar to my other course portal for my other Notion template, I'm going to need to add the other videos that I filmed yesterday as well. So let's do that together. So what I've just done is I added the 3 titles for the videos. What is the action-based scorecard, how to use the tracker, and how to customize the aesthetics of the tracker. Same thing, I'm going to add the video placeholder. And now I just need to get the embed codes. So I already uploaded my Loom videos to YouTube and put it as unlisted. So this one right here is how to use the template. I'm going to right click and then copy embed code, go back to Thrivecart and then paste that embed code and hit done. So now that video is there. And then I've got the second video I did, which was how to customize the tracker. I do the same thing. Now you might be wondering how come I'm linking to unlisted YouTube videos. Technically, you could link it to Vimeo, you could link it to whatever video host that you have, but from my experience of running a multiple 7-figure business and having huge expenses is I just can't justify paying a monthly fee for video hosting. I would rather just put it on YouTube, especially for lower ticket items like this that aren't so serious. But again, you can use a way more fancy course hosting platform, but as someone who has lifetime access for their products and is also selling lower ticket items and also wants to reduce my monthly overheads, this has worked just fine and I've never gotten complaints about it. But anyways, I'm gonna polish this up, so watch me work. All right, so this is what I've worked on. So I've got a title, I've got a header for each of the videos and the specific buttons so that people can click on it and then make their own copy of the Notion. So I'm gonna hit publish. Also, just as an FYI, if you are someone who really wants to make your course portal or your Thrivecart super beautiful, you can if you wanna invest the time in doing that. For example, there are tons of people who make their course portals absolutely gorgeous. There are people who sell templates for sales pages for Thrivecart, and they're beautiful. And so just wanted to let you know that if you wanted to use Thrivecart and you're someone who really cares about the aesthetics, you can go ham on making it aesthetically pleasing. But for me, I'm about efficiency right now, and so I made mine super simple, but you do have the option of really making a gorgeous, gorgeous course portal and a gorgeous sales page if you would like. So what we just finished doing was creating the course portal. So this is what it looks like. This is the thumbnail for it. And when the customer goes in, they've got all the videos. Now, the next step is to create the sales page / checkout page. I'm gonna go to products, and then I'm gonna create a product. This is a digital product. I'm just gonna name it Action Scorecard and then hit next. I'm gonna set the price for my product. And then I'm gonna automatically allow Thrivecart to calculate the sales tax. And then in terms of collecting payment, I'm gonna activate Stripe. I'm gonna allow people to pay with Apple Pay and Google Pay. And then I'm also going to activate PayPal. What I've learned from my experience is the more payment options that you provide a customer, the more money and higher conversions you end up making. And then for this section right here where it says what should happen after the purchase, I'm gonna select add them to my membership site. And since my membership site is Thrivecart Learn, I can immediately select the product that they need to have access to. This means right after they pay, they can automatically access the course portal rather than them going to their email and trying to find the email with access to the course portal. So it just makes it a lot easier for the customer. Now it's time to design the checkout page. Because this is a one-off product that I promoted in a YouTube video that I didn't even have intention to sell, I'm gonna pick the one that I think is the most straightforward. I think I'm gonna use this one. From here, we are going to design and make this sales page somewhat presentable. there's tons of blocks that you can add. For example, you can add countdowns, add hero sections, add progress bars. You could go crazy with this. There's even people online that sell Thrivecart templates, and so you could make these absolutely beautiful, but I've just gone the more simple route. And then next up, I will also modify the checkout part as well. So right now, this is a 2-step checkout. I don't want to create more work for the prospect. And so I'm going to change the cart flow from a multi-step to a single step. This ensures that everything that they need to do is in one single page. I went to ChatGPT. I asked them for 5 bullet points so that I can put it in my sales page. And so I'm just going to copy this and put it into my sales page / checkout cart. All right, so now I've added the bullet points and everything looks good to go. And so I'm going to hit next. And now we have to do the success page. Basically, it's the page that confirms to the customer that their payment went through. I just added some copy, and then the person can click here to get immediate access to the product. It'll basically lead them into the course portal that we just created earlier on, and they can also download the invoice. One thing about my checkout page is that it's currently in test mode, but just because something's in test mode doesn't mean that you can't make a fake purchase to check to make sure that the whole flow works. So I'm gonna do that right now. Now, did you know that you can use fake credit cards to do these test purchases? For example, for Visa, the fake credit card number is this one. For MasterCard, it's this one. For Amex, it's this one, and the list goes on. You want to copy the credit card that you want to use. And by the way, this is totally legal. Everyone who sells online products and wants to test their flows use these cards. I'm going to paste that card number, and then you can choose any expiry date as long as it's in the future, and then any CVC number. So I just made all these things up. And now I'm gonna complete order. Now, as you can see, my fake dummy purchase went through. I got the success page. And then when I click here, the customer is gonna get the invoice. And then when the customer clicks on click here to access your purchases, it's gonna take them to the membership site. And when they click on it, they're gonna get direct access to the videos. And when they click here, they have access to the template, which they can duplicate. So right now, the test is a success. Now, the last thing that we want to do is using a platform called Zapier to link Thrivecart to my email marketing software. This means that all the information that Thrivecart is collecting, specifically the name of the customer and the email, it gets sent to my email marketing platform. The reason why this is important is because let's say Thrivecart decides to shut down one day, I would lose all of my customers' information. Or let's say YouTube disappeared or my Instagram disappeared and I didn't collect my customer's email, then I would be losing out on a lot of valuable data. Now, the email marketing platform that I use is called FloDesk, and I actually switched from ActiveCampaign to FloDesk for the same reason of why I switched from Kajabi to Thrivecart. So at my peak, I had about 200,000 subscribers on my email list, and it was ridiculously expensive because a lot of email marketing platforms like ActiveCampaign, ConvertKit, MailChimp, they charge you by subscribers. So the more subscribers that you have, the more money that it's going to cost to host your email marketing. And so for me, I was paying thousands of dollars per month just to have my email list. And especially since I decided to go on a sabbatical, I descaled my business. I wasn't selling any products anymore. I wasn't sending any newsletters anymore. I couldn't justify paying 10 to 15 grand a year just to have ActiveCampaign. And so I switched to something like FloDesk, where I pay a flat $40 a month fee, no matter how many subscribers I have. So I'm not getting punished for growing my audience. Now, if you're using someone's affiliate link, you get 50% off for the entire year. So your cost goes from $40 down to $20 a month, no matter how many subs you have. So if you want my affiliate link, I'm gonna put it in the description box below. I love FloDesk and I've saved so much freaking money and I've kept my overhead so low thanks to platforms like Thrivecart and FloDesk. The next step that we're going to do now that we've done a test purchase is we are going to use Zapier, which is a tool that allows different softwares to send information to each other to connect my Thrivecart to FloDesk. So let me show you how to do it right now. So the first step is within FloDesk, I'm going to go to Audience. And then I'm gonna go to segments. So for anyone who downloads a Notion template, I want them to go into my Notion template segment. I basically have different segments to allow me to have a better understanding of where these subscribers came from. And so I already went ahead and created a segment for my Notion templates. You are just basically gonna do that by adding the segment name, and bada bing, bada boom, you'll be done. Now the next step is I go into Zapier and I tell Zapier exactly what I want to do. Specifically, what I want Zapier to help me with is for Thrivecart to send new customer information to FloDesk and add them as a subscriber to a specific segment. I'm gonna hit enter and hope that Zapier understands what I'm talking about. Zapier has identified that the zap that I need is to sync Thrivecart new customers to a FloDesk segment. This is exactly what I'm looking for, so I'm gonna click on try it. The next step is I synced up my Thrivecart account with Zapier so that Zapier has all the information that they need to make this zap. Now it's asking me within Thrivecart which specific product I want this to apply for. Now, as you can see, it already knows all the products that I have in Thrivecart since I gave Zapier access. So I'm gonna click on the action scorecard specifically. Then I'm gonna hit continue. I'm gonna test the trigger. And as you can see, it pulled up customer information. So this is the test purchase that we just did. Vanessa Lau, action scorecard. This was the email that I used, yada, yada, yada. Then I'm gonna continue with the next step. Now we're on to FloDesk, and the specific event that we want is actually create/update subscriber. So I'm gonna hit continue. And then now in the action section, it's asking me which segment I want to put the subscriber in. And so for me, I want to add them to the Notion template segment that we just set up. For each of these fields, I want to collect their email. So I'm going to make sure it's linked to Thrivecart. So this is the email. I want their first name, and I also want their last name. Those are the three most important things that I want. Then I'm going to click continue. I'm going to click on test step, and it's saying that a subscriber was sent to FloDesk just a few seconds ago. So I'm going to go back to FloDesk. I'm going to refresh. I'm going to click on my segment to see if that email that I tested was added. And right now I can clearly tell that the email that I used for the test purchase was automatically added to this FloDesk segment, which means that if a real customer were to do an actual purchase, because I set up this zap, it's going to go through and it's going to automatically send that data to FloDesk, which is exactly what we want. Now that I've got all the green check marks, I did all the tests, I'm going to now publish this zap. Now that my zap is on, the next step is I need to make sure that my checkout cart is also live, because remember, currently it's still in test mode. So I'm going to go back to Thrivecart and then I'm going to hit live. Then I'm going to hit save. Now my checkout page is public, which means even you watching this video, you can go into my description box, click on the link, and you'll be able to buy this template for yourself as well and access the course portal that we just created together. And voila, we are officially done the entire process. Once you have that checkout link and it's live and you've tested everything, all you have left to do is promote your link. And so the next step for me is to put the link in the description box, to advertise it if I want to put it in my link in bio, but we're basically done. And so right now it's 5:30 p.m. It's the end of the workday. I feel so accomplished. Not only do you guys get to learn a lot with me and you get a glimpse of my behind the scenes process, but these vlogs also allow me to stay accountable to doing the work, because not gonna lie, I have been procrastinating like crazy on this, and hopefully this video also gives you some insight on the amount of work that it takes sometimes to make a product sellable. And this is just an easy template. So when you actually create a full-blown course, oh man, creating a full-blown course with like multiple modules, multiple lessons, that can take months of work. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, let's just say hi to the pets. This is Nugget. And then Leon is off work already. He's gaming. This is Jamba. Hi, Jamba. This is Jocko. These are the boys of the house. Anyways, I hope that this video inspires you to do the one thing that you have been putting off and to not be afraid of showing people your process. I'll see you in the next video. Do something fearless and take care.